Imagine this. You just got your test back. You flip the paper over and see a big red number staring back at you. Your stomach drops. You think, great, all those late-night study sessions? And for what? You crumple the paper, shove it into your bag, and tell yourself you're never looking at it again. But here's the twist. Somewhere in Japan, a student is looking at their bad grade with the complete opposite reaction. Instead of running away from the mistake, they lean into it. They even celebrate it. And that's why they keep getting better while the rest of us just sulk. I had a friend who studied abroad in Japan for a year. She told me the wildest thing. After every test, her classmates would sit down together and actually compare their mistakes, not to make fun of each other, but to figure out why they made them. It was like a post-game analysis. Meanwhile, I remembered my high school self literally hiding my test paper like it was top secret classified information. The contrast was so funny and kind of painful. Here's the thing. Most of us treat mistakes like a bad ex. We avoid them, pretend they don't exist, and hope nobody else ever finds out. But that mindset secretly slows us down. Every mistake we ignore is basically free information we just threw in the trash. Think about it. When you get something wrong, that moment is your brain screaming, "Hey, pay attention here." But we usually shut the door on it, and then we get surprised when we make the same mistake again in the next test or the next job interview or even the next relationship. Japanese students do something different. They have this mindset called hansei, which basically means self-reflection. It's the art of looking at what went wrong without spiraling into, "I'm such a failure." It's calm, it's structured, and honestly, it's genius. And no, it's not about punishing yourself. It's not about saying, "I'm terrible, I can't do anything right." It's more like being a detective. Why did I miss this math problem? Oh, I rushed the last step. Okay, next time I'll slow down. Small, simple, zero drama. Imagine if every time you made a mistake, you didn't panic or beat yourself up. You just got curious. That's the Japanese secret. They see mistakes as free lessons. And the cool part is you can totally steal the system for yourself. Here's how. First, create your own mistake notebook. Yeah, I know it sounds nerdy, but stay with me. After every test, project, or even awkward conversation, write down what went wrong. Not paragraphs, just a few bullet points. For example, forgot to label the diagram. Didn't double-check the grammar. Blurted out something weird during small talk. Then, and this part is key, write down what you'll do differently next time. This turns every mistake into a mini upgrade for your brain. Second, do a mini hansei at the end of the day. Set a 3-minute timer and ask yourself, what did I do well today? What could I improve tomorrow? It's simple reflection, but if you do it consistently, you'll start catching patterns, like realizing you always lose focus after lunch, or you always mess up the same type of question. Third, share mistakes with a friend or study buddy. I know this sounds terrifying, but it actually works. When you say your mistake out loud, it stops being the scary monster in your head. And sometimes your friend will go, "Oh, I did the exact same thing." Suddenly, it's not just you against the universe. Here's the magic. When you train your brain to see mistakes as a normal part of learning, the fear starts to disappear. You actually feel lighter. Instead of dreading results day, you start to see it as a cheat code. Free feedback, ready for you to use. And don't just apply this to school. Imagine using it at work. You mess up a presentation slide. Instead of panicking, you go, "Okay, I'll double-check slides earlier next time." Boom, growth. Imagine using it in relationships. You forget your friend's birthday. You reflect, set a reminder, and next year you show up on time with cake. That's how you become the reliable friend everyone loves. The truth is, mistakes are not the enemy. They are the roadmap. Every wrong turn is secretly pointing you toward the right path, if you're willing to look. So next time you get that disappointing grade, or make a silly error at work, or say something awkward and cringe, pause for a second. Don't shove it away. Treat it like free data. Ask, what is this trying to teach me? That's
how you turn pain into progress. If this made you feel a little less afraid of messing up, hit subscribe, because honestly, we're all just figuring it out as we go, and I'd love to keep growing with you.